if one is to be pedantic, Big Ben is in fact a 13.5-ton building site named after Benjamin Hall. So you'll get people sort of saying, you know the sort of tedious person will say, no, that's not Big Ben actually, no. Big Ben is in fact the bell inside. Oh, I got you there, didn't I? I watch QI, I do. The sort of person who all of a sudden finds themselves mysteriously alone in the kitchen at parties when everyone else has made good their escape. Anyway, enough about my brother-in-law. Yes. Nothing wrong, I was just coming up with some fascinating facts. I don't understand. Some people, I think. Anyway.
Marvellous. Very good. Very good.
There's a coach company in front of us called TerrorVision. Would you go on a coach run by a company called TerrorVision? It sounds like one of those disaster films from the 1970s. I work for another company with the most unfortunate name called Impact Coaches. What they're actually called. And they actually have a driving school as well. We give you a crash course. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Allons-y. We head towards the Parliament Square. The political head of the nation. And on the left-hand side, as we turn the corner here, we see St. Margaret's Church. That's the official church of Parliament. That's where politicians go to pray for forgiveness. The Lord forgiveth them not, for he seeth into the heart of the hypocrite. Oh, yes. And behind it, Westminster Abbey, which stands on the site that has been sacred to the Christian faith going back to the 7th century. That's a long time ago. Even before the advent of Islam. So there's Jimmy Carr's favourite building on the left-hand side, the Inland Revenue. This is Whitehall, home of the civil service. Winston Churchill was once asked how many people worked in the civil service. He replied, about half of them. Frightful fellow. Anyway, on a serious note, folks, on a serious note, in the middle of the road is the cenotaph or empty tomb, principal war memorial of the British Commonwealth, with no overt religious symbolism on it, in deference to the fact that people of all faiths die in war, designed by Edwin Lutyens. And a wonderful, as I said, simple and appropriately sober design. Downing Street on the left-hand side, beyond these railings, home to British Prime Ministers since the 18th century. The railings were erected by Margaret Thatcher in order to keep her many fans and admirers at bay. William Pitt the Younger, I think, was the first Prime Minister to take up residence at Downing Street in 1725. There we see the police getting ready for a game of paintball.
Got hurt.
So on the right-hand side, just to remind us that the royal family weren't always as popular as they are today, that's where Charles I was beheaded in 1649, the culmination of the bitter and bloody English Civil War. On the left-hand side, adding a splash of colour on a grey July afternoon, there we have the household cavalry. That chap looks like he's going to have a baby, doesn't he?
Oh, I'm having a baby.
Doesn't it? Oh, whatever, it's a funny bulge. It's got a baby bump. And beyond these buildings, Horse Guards Parade, which has been a place of tournaments and pageants going back to the age of Henry VIII. It's going to play host to the beach volleyball tournament in the forthcoming Olympics. The sand's going to be lovely and wet and soggy, so they can make sand castles as well. Hello, that's right. You're getting the right idea. This lady down here is taking the initiative and setting the example for everyone else. To enjoy this tour to the full, it's important to wave randomly at strangers. But remember, don't be too familiar. Maintain some mystique, perhaps a touch of, yes. That's it. That's a nice snooty expression. Very good. Yes, very good. It's not that I'm a snob. Well, I am, actually, but we have to maintain some kind of mystique and aloofness just to create that sort of atmosphere we want. So, isn't that right, Greg? Marvellous. So away we go. These lovely bikes everywhere. Marvellous.
I only ever see people pushing those back.
I know. They don't actually get on your bike. So who was that Tory of the 80s who said on your bike? The bloke from... No, it was...
Tebbit, yeah.
I can't remember now. Norman Tebbit, wasn't it? Norman Tebbit, yeah, was it? Norman Tebbit, that was his motto, on your bike. He was an MP in Essex, wasn't he? It was some, Chadwell Heath area. Yeah, Chadwell Heath. Chadwell Heath. You should drive the 368 at Chadwell Heath. Is there no limit to your reckless adventures? No. Marvellous. You ever done night bus work? Can't be night. It's very dark. Once you've got every nutter in the world coming out of the pub. Oh, that's a 368, yeah. Alright, at any time of day. Yeah. Fair enough. Yes, where everyone is barking. Yeah, as we said before. Oh, marvellous. There we are, and everyone in love with the old telephone box, now redundant, effectively thanks to the advent of the mobile phone. But still they are, just a lovely piece of beloved but now redundant street furniture. Ahead of us is Trafalgar Square, which commemorates Horatio Nelson's battle at the Battle of Trafalgar, or Trafalgar in 1805, a naval battle which took place off the coast of Spain. Now, when the battle was won, a frigate was sent up to Portsmouth, and then a message was sent to London saying Nelson's victory. Given that the year was 1805, how long would you think that message took to send? Hazard a guess. You would think so, something like that. In fact, it was 15 minutes. How, I hear you ask?
It wasn't on O2, was it?
It wasn't O2. No, it was even more reliable than O2. It was semaphore. Semaphore. From hilltop to hilltop. Semaphore flag message, which ironically was a French invention. It wasn't O. Yes, O2 is still playing up. Is anyone on O2 here? Is it all right now? Yeah. I was on the phone to the Mac support people for 2 hours last night trying to get something fixed up. Oh, God. By the end, my brain was turning to porridge. Now, all right, no, let's not give up now. We're going to go back to preferences. And, right, we're going to start the process all over again. And I'm going, no, we're not. I'm going to the pub. My brain is turning to porridge. And if Steve Jobs wasn't dead, I'd kill it. I'm not normally psychotically inclined, but after 2 hours on the helpline, it was a fruitless search. 2 hours, yes. And it was something that was under guarantee as well. Oh.
It's £1.50 a second.
Well, thankfully it wasn't. It was 5 pence a minute because I was on a special. It was still under guarantee, but you know that's another thing. £1.50 a second, it can happen like that, can't it? Imagine what does it be like if you're a soldier in Afghanistan or a submarine captain and you can't fire your missiles and you have to phone up Mac and say, look, I can't get these missiles to fire. We're under attack from the enemy. Okay, now I just want you to switch off the missile launcher and switch it on again, and go to preferences and double click on kill. And is that working? No? Okay, right. We're going to try and reboot it again. No. It's too late. Yes, exactly. Hello?
Too late.
Hello? Hello, are you there? I think we're near a solution. Oh, I'm being sick. Sorry, you paid good money for a tour, and I'm...
What's that place there? Who's that bloke on the
Oh,
horse?
yes, that bloke. Sorry, I'll get back...
Bloke on the horse?
Yeah, who's the bloke on the horse? That's Charles on his horse. Well, he's on that horse because he had his head chopped off, and that statue was buried during the period of Cromwell's rule, and then exhumed, or dug up, and put in quite a place there. Where we see telephone boxes now used as improvised sculptures, the deep end of the custard one there. On the far side of the square is the National Gallery, home to over 2,000 masterpieces of Western painting from the 13th century up until the early years of the 20th.
Right, we're back now then.
We're back on track, and I'm going to stick to the text here. Stick to you pay good money, you deserve better. I'm not going to go. If I start ranting again, just throw a blunt object at me, and I'll get back onto the proper subject. But here we are,
What's that place?
Canada House, and there's a number 9 bus in glorious silver. The lead masters still operate on the number 9 and number 15. It's great. So this is Pall Mall ahead of us, named after a 17th century game called Pell Mell, said to be similar to croquet but more energetic. Played here by, among others, King Charles II, the very monarch. I had a young woman from the United States on the other day, and we were talking about sport in England, and